Right, real gun stalkers. Right, I'll just show you who does this. Right, I'll just show you who does this. Right. This is for education purposes only. This is where the real effects of gun stalking and targeting individuals goes on. This is education only. And I'm going to show you we can go and watch Diana Kane. So this is a guy, some of these people on a certain website, I'm not going to mention which one. Oh dear. These people, for a certain individual for 12 years, has been stalking a woman in America. Right. And that woman needs lawful help. Sent by request, was it?
Have you?
He is replaying Diana Kane. Okay. Shall we go and search for Diana Kane? I'll show you who she is. And show you the trauma-based mind control. How it affects people. Might have misspelled it. I might have misspelled it actually. I definitely think I misspelled it. So let me go back to that guy's video, and you should put a link to that video so I can find it. I'm gonna cough again. Right. Let's blow it up. Oh my, I'm gonna cough again. Dana, D-A-N-A, Kane. Right?
Seen the thread on Kiwi Farms about me?
2 websites. The company is based in England, in London. You can easily find the managing director CEOs. And what you do is put a GDPR requirement, data protection requirement of your data misused by individuals on that website, which is, well, I'm not quite sure how it works in the state of Arizona for Diana's purposes, because if someone's breaching her personal private life data on that website, she can sue that company too, even though she's in America. Yeah? Oh yeah, and I can help her do that if she wanted that. And I studied law, taught law. What she's actually, on top of everything else, is libel and slander. Okay. That's a straightforward civil case. It's a civil matter. Okay. So the manipulation and the false information coming out of another woman in America for 12 years stalking Diana Kane. Now, unless anyone has first-hand knowledge of all the truths of the facts, you know, of this lady's personal life, then that is her business and it's nothing to do with anyone else. And if you infringe on her right to private life, anyone that's been doing things to her and you know, whatever her behaviour is online, it's her personal use, her image, her choice, you know, what she's doing herself is her business, nobody else's. Unless, right, unfortunately, when you go through trauma, PTSD, whatever, and she said recently that the only thing that helps her with that coping mechanism is her drinking and in the past videos. So the likes of an individual will just say that he came on the scene 2021. I know how he came on the scene, but that's his business, not mine. And I don't get involved in drama. Another gentleman in America saw this lady and introduced her to him. And that's their business. Okay? Unfortunately, it didn't work out between her and Will, so there's been added drama. Unfortunately, Will didn't take it very well, and unless you're Will, unless you're Diana, you got no first-hand knowledge. But because whatever reason, Will decided to get contacts on his side. It's like being at school, hitting my side, either side. No, you don't need to do nothing like that. Just be independent and just observe. And if you just want to go and make videos and quote views and all that stuff, you're just adding to the trauma of these people. Will's got disappointment and financially put out because it cost him to go and visit her and whatever else went on. And Diana's disappointed it didn't work out. And now you've got the added drama that's been built up on top. So, you see, the psychological tactics is to break someone down. And then, why on earth, Will, if you see this, did you go to the likes of that woman called Tammy? Why on earth did you get her involved? You know too well that if you had any bitterness in you, whatever reason, isn't it time to forgive? You can't forget, but isn't it time about forgiveness? We've all got our own problems we're going through. But you're just making it, you know, a bigger thing. Doesn't this woman anyone have an opportunity to have a break? You go through the organised stalking, gas stalking, everything else that we related with it. And then that on top. Such a shame, Will. Because you seem to be genuine at first. A decent man. You know, and bringing people together. You know, and calling itself TI News Community. Do you know, I think Scott was one of the genuine ones that I got to know because of your streams. Then you brought the likes of Tanya in overseas, and that was my individual contact. You see, there's another lady that you didn't even care about, somebody I knew who lived in your state in America that got set up by two women and now is in prison in America, in your area. Did you lift a finger to help him? To go and contact the original prison and use your contacts? There's a woman called Juliet that lives in California, but maybe not your part of the state. And she's contacts with somebody in Canada. You see, I know how everything started to work from 2021 and why. Because that woman from Canada, she had a beater bonnet with somebody who's doing things very well from Germany. And they had the public splat between them on YouTube of all things then. So it might be good to the technology way that this lady in Canada knows what she's doing with that, which is helpful, I'm sure. But she's now moved on to Austin different platforms. But you don't really need to make videos of it. What's the point? What's the use of YouTube now? You don't need to make videos of disrespecting one another. I really don't. It's as big a fish to fry at the moment in the world. I just hope you can get over it, Will. And Diana and Tanya, she needs her life with her own family. She said she's got grandkids. Make time with them. Stop flirtation. You know, you're being your bonnet for 12 years is a long time. Have a grudge, you know. And Diana, past life, she's left and lost her bloody family and traumatized by it that way. You're not there in her life, how it happened, why. Set up is what they do. Honeypots. Was that guy, was she married? Was he got to? Because he used to work in the military in America. So, you know, because people can dig and dig and dig the things about your personal life. And I really don't care what people think about me. I don't give a monkeys. The things I've done and seen and been there, got it, and still going through. I could easily do the blame game. I could easily make videos and disrespect people, but I'm not like that. What's the point? It's just wasting energy. So, but people do it, and that's attracts people to watch. And that's the kind of demonic society we're in. It's not Christian like. So what, you know, people, it's not just Diana, but people in similar situation turn to drinking drugs to cover the pain. And who's controlling the drug markets? The end of the black market, you know. So I'm just saying. I'm not going to play that, but if you want to go and watch it, this is Gentleman's channel. I'm gonna rest up now because I need to rest. Right. I'm getting early night because I didn't get much sleep last night. And I'm getting all this toxicity in my body from being outside, so I have to keep drinking water. So it's about forgiveness. If you can't forgive those, it's hard to that transgression against one another, then what's the point? So the mind control, you see. Things are only going to get tougher. And practicality in many ways for others as well. Okay, I'm just checking my stream. Okay. While I'm on it, I might as well get Tammy Haynes' video up. While I'm on it, I might as well get Tammy Haynes' video. I'm getting tired.
You think maybe I was provoked? You think maybe I've been provoked? Have you heard the story of how Montgomery County sheriffs got a judge to issue an order to have me thrown in a mental hospital over Thanksgiving weekend? And you know, this trauma and the trauma at the end of my marriage. How my husband got a Plenty of Fish account, was fucking sluts he met online while I'm still living in the house, running it in my face. And you think this shit was Stephanie, this recent bullshit? How about how y'all fucking railroaded me over that? How about how I got railroaded by Montgomery County over what Skip did, or what the cops did? Look into my eyes. This is a waste of taxpayer resources, and you may not give a fuck about that, but I do. The cost and expense of having me sit in a fucking jail cell for what? You're gonna lose the case. Because I will insist on going to trial. I will insist on dragging everybody into this. I'll insist on bringing up what the cops did, what the sheriffs did, that mitigated, that caused all of this initially. How they showed up at my house. How I trusted them and they violated my trust. And now they expect me to turn myself over to their custody. How many jobs have I lost over this, motherfuckers? How many employment opportunities has Montgomery County cost me? So when you lose the case, because you know, right now is not a good time for the cops to go on trial, and that's what this is going to end up being. You know, public sentiment about the police in Texas is not very high. Police in Texas do not have a very good reputation, so I will definitely opt for a fucking jury trial. Oh, I'll opt for a jury trial. And this will all be part of that. It has to be, doesn't it? A whole thread on Kiwi Farms. Stephanie's involvement, the things that she said and did. How I strongly suspect that she played a role in Skip having me committed. And she stole my children. My children don't speak to me now because they don't want to get kicked out on the street. How Stephanie kicked my son out on the street. And he was forced to come and stay with me because he had no place else to go. So I was a mother trying to defend her son. And the whole reason I reacted the way that I did is because I lost my family over these cocksuckers. So, do you really want to pursue this? And then you got Tammy Hess over there blowing your fucking case right out the fucking water because of her involvement and her confession that she's doing this for Skip and Stephanie. She's never not claimed that she's not a vigilante for them, that she's not engaged in open vigilantism, and she's on Kiwi Farms. Now, it's not a case you can win, DA. It's really not. And when you lose, you open the door for me to counter-sue everybody for fucking with me and wasting my fucking time and wasting taxpayer time. So somebody get just to the DA, because I'm not backing down, motherfuckers. If I have to go back to Texas, if you assholes insist, well, we're going to trial and it's going to blow the fuck up. And I am going to come out smelling like a rose, regardless, because I was clearly under emotional distress. I've been provoked relentlessly from the start. There's a mob hitman involved. Do you really want to drag all of that? Do you want to drag New York into this? Do you want this entire story to be in the court of law and before a jury? And then, because I don't mind telling my story. I've been telling it for years. But the simple fact is, I just want it to fucking go away. I want these assholes to go away. I want these charges to go away. It's not a case you can win. You don't have a strong case here. And public sentiment, thanks to the Uvalde school shooting, public sentiment toward the police, not real fucking high right now. And Texas has a reputation for railroading people. Yeah, everybody who's ever had to deal with the justice system in the state of Texas has a story about how they got fucked over by the cops, by the judges, because you all are corrupt as fuck. Now, I don't give a fuck about that. You're going to be corrupt. You're all going to answer for your own karma. But you do not want to drag me into this, because I don't give a shit anymore. I've lost everything as it is. So I have nothing to lose. You, however, have a career and shit, don't you? You have a reputation. You don't want to lose cases. So you're not going to take a case you could possibly lose. So get this message. Somebody forward this video to the Montgomery County DA. Don't know who I am. That was all. You have a career in shit, don't you? You have a reputation. You don't want to lose cases. So you're not going to take a case you could possibly lose. So get this message. Somebody forward this video.
So,
Don't know who I am.
this is the lady in question. She's kept the stream up the other night. She doesn't get hacked like me. Well, this goes to show she's playing music. If she's playing copyright music, how come YouTube, Google Inc. Corporation flags my videos up about the same? Yeah? Well, this goes to show she's playing music.
She's been threatening me for years. And she's not.
But then she dies it down.
I just made threats. She's actually done things to put my life in danger. Remember how this team is? You were colluding with a fucking hitman, bitch. You involved the mafia hitman, Tammy Huss, and you're crying wolf. You're crying victim? Really? I mean, how stupid can you be? She's not. I just made threats. She's actually done things. Honestly. Remember how this team is? She's really dumb. Yeah, the cards are telling me not to worry. The Pandora's saying don't worry. Literally everything is saying, yeah. Were you not around for the Helgas debacle? Were you not around for that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was staying with this guy in New York, and he told me he was a mafia hitman, killed FBI agents, and lost count of his body count. And Tammy Hess could not wait to get a hold of him. Contacted him through his Facebook, and I guess they were buddy for like a year. Yeah. So she conspired with an actual hitman to get to me. Yeah. Oh yeah. And now she's falsifying court documents. She really wants to lose her insurance license, doesn't she? It's like she can't help herself. It's like she's in some self-destruct mode. She can't stand the thought of losing. She can't stand the thought of losing. She's super shady as fuck. She's shady as fuck. And she got Helgas to accuse me of killing his ex-wife. And everybody knows I had nothing to do with that. Mm-mm. Nope, they tried to set me up. They tried to frame me for murder.
Exactly.
That's how fucking crazy and psycho this bitch is. She tried to frame me for murder. And that was a dead end. So now she's just going to flat out falsify documents and impersonate cops. I'm curious to see what else she's going to try. Oh, I'm curious to see what her next move is. No, I'm riveted to this fucking shit show. It's going to be a great movie. Outrageous? That's a nice term for it, honey. Oh, this woman is bent on murder. Oh, she wants me dead. She's worried about me getting drunk and threatening to kill her, only because she won't fucking leave me alone, and I know she's trying to kill me. She's trying to have me killed. Oh, I'm curious to see what her next move is. No, I'm riveted. No, she's trying to have me killed, because I suspect there's a life insurance policy on me. Outrageous. Yeah, well, you'd think so, huh? Oh, I suspect there's a life. I mean, the only thing that makes sense is there's money involved, right? There's some sort of fucking money. Why else would these people go so hard against me if there wasn't a payoff? This makes no sense.
To do it.
Does it? No, she's trying to have me killed. And how this is broken needs money. So if I died and there was an insurance policy on me somewhere, and that's what we really need to get to the bottom of. I put in my request to see if there's a policy on it anywhere, and if there is, well then we'll find out. And then boom. I have just I can't. Everything in me is I have one of the things that has just baffled me about this is why. What the fuck do these people have to gain from doing this? Because they're not just having, this isn't just a LARP, right? They're not just having fun. They're seriously trying to off me and make it look like it's all my fault or that I died accidentally. Accidental overdose or I got murdered. All the situations I've been in where I should be dead by now. I can't. So there is a price on my head. There's a price on my head. You can guarantee that. There's some sort of policy somewhere. Somebody's looking to get paid. And I'm not going to let it happen. Because if you look at, if anybody who really looks into this is going to come to the same conclusion that I've come to. Because these people are dogged and determined. So I'm just waiting to find out. Like the rest of you. Somebody's going to get to the bottom of this shit at some point. Somebody's going to get to the bottom of this because there appears to be a hit on me. There appears to be some sort of murder for hire plot going on here. And nobody can actually say why. Except that, you know, maybe I know too much. I wouldn't be the first person targeted for knowing too much. I must have been real close to the truth with the things I was saying that got me targeted in the first place. This is an old trick, guys. It's an age-old trick. Right? First they ruin your life by labeling you mentally ill and giving you drugs that they know is going to fuck you up. And then they point to your behavior that they caused as to justify, it's called gaslighting. Yeah, justice is coming, guys. Justice is coming for the people with me. Because they're getting really obvious. Like, it's not even a joke. They're like really fucking obvious right now. They're not even pretending. They're falsifying documents and shit. Impersonating police officers. Like I said, if Flagstaff Police or anybody wanted to serve me papers of some kind, well, they're not scared of me. They would just call me and be like, hey, we got the papers for you, you should pick them up. And that's not happening. So, and again, if Tammy did have an actual court order, they would not call her about it. The court would forward to the necessary authorities, agency here, and they would handle it. They would not call Tammy Hess. So that's how I know Tammy Hess and her friends are impersonating police officers. Well, they would probably call me first. Or they would just show up, and they never have. They never have. They don't mess with me. Because again, they have been made aware of the situation. And they can see what these people are like. They can see what they're doing. And they know that it's obvious once you actually look into the situation, it's clear that I am the victim. And that my response to all of this is the normal, healthy response to being relentlessly targeted and feeling like someone wants me dead. And that there's a whole hit on me. That they are trying to kill me. They're trying to have me killed. And I'm not being paranoid. There was an actual mafia hitman. I got raped with a wine bottle after I was drugged. That happened. A woman got killed. A woman was found dead in her apartment, and I got blamed. No, there's enough evidence that the authorities are like sitting back, and they're like, okay, we have to look into this. We can't just blow this woman off as a crazy drunk. And I'm not being paranoid. We have to look into this. So they're looking at Tammy Hess, and she has so conveniently put herself out there so they can actually look into her and see what she's and see for themselves what she's doing. And all I gotta do is just sit back and let them see for themselves. And not to use someone not crazy, there's a 500-page thread on all about me. And people who've read it, they've been like, how did you not kill yourself? How could you survive what they've done? Because any person who's not a psychopath or a sociopath is going to have that reaction to reading that thread that has been spearheaded by him.
Right, so I'm just going to end this stream there, but you can go and watch her videos. So basically, this Tammy in America with 12 years have been doing certain things. Now, if anyone doesn't know about maritime law, in the USA, exactly the same. There's information I know I can give Diana, and there's nothing to worry about because there isn't anyone is able to actually bring forth any particular case, right? The one that has the cars is Diana. She has all the evidence. So the libel and slander, as I said before, lays with a certain, the company is actually based in England. So whether or not there's red tape there, she can still sue the CEO because it's based in England, you know, for libel and slander and a personal character assassination. Well, the target individuals go for that anyway. But yeah, she's got the evidence of the two websites and all the threads and all the information, and it shows, and she knows who's been initiated all this stuff. But you wouldn't get one female for 12 odd years to follow somebody like this unless they're part of the military operation. It is a military operation with the gang stalking. And by why, you know, now it's all coming out publicly on YouTube platform. And certain individuals are part of that, but it's not for me to say. I'm not Amy. I am not Diana. I am not involved. I'm just observer. So just go and research. Anyway, I need to go. I'm signing out now.